The senior members of the concert choir are now going to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2015, Miki Ladd.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, parents and faculty, students and teachers. Today marks a very important day in all our lives. For us, it marks the end of yet another school year, and with us, very many a great thing. It marks a year of controversy, and, let the record show, I still hold that the dress is white and gold. It marks a year of calamity, as the new 4/5 of a direction would testify. And for those of us down here, it marks a year of progress. It marks our final day of high school. Today marks, then, what can only be called a distinct year. And yet, looking back at all the others, it doesn't seem so different, so noteworthy whatsoever. What makes today special, then, what makes it so meaningful, is not the year itself. Rather, its value lies in what you see before you. Artists who've demonstrated intellect in complexity, intellectuals who've demonstrated athleticism in their quick wit, athletes who've been near musical in their rhythmic plays, musicians who've turned sound into art. And in the way our passions intertwine so effortlessly, not several hundred students, but a solitary entity sits before you. It is this solidarity, then, that defines us, and this fraternity that we celebrate. It is this same fraternity, however, that has also led to many a chastising look by our begrudging parents. But how can you blame them? After all, it was us that, just this past summer, publicly humiliated ourselves by dumping buckets of ice water on our heads, all because we were challenged to do so. Naturally, however, none of us expected our individual participation to make even the slightest difference. And yet, even the person who started it all, the first challenge taker, thought the same. But he was a visionary. And from his vision, from the small contributions of thousands, people like us, success arose. It is with great pride, then, that I say that our own school is full of such visionaries, of such people willing to put themselves out there. Our teachers, vibrant and enthusiastic, are the first to come to mind. Ms. McCaig bouncing around her classroom, Mr. De Palma throwing around puns, Ms. Verley treating her students like her own. When you think of it all, you realize that every teacher here has devoted themselves to us. The same holds true for our administrators and our guidance department. I personally can't emphasize enough how helpful Mr. Phillips was throughout my time here, and I'm sure you would say the same. And let us not forget, finally, the most important factor, our families, the people who stayed with us through every pitfall, who've always made us their priority, the people without which our lives would be entirely different. And so we thank these visionaries, these influence, but we forget someone equally impactful. We forget ourselves. We forget that in our time here, spent balancing schoolwork and sports and clubs and ensembles, we have adopted our roles not as mere participants, but as leaders. Through our desire to excel and prove ourselves, we have been visionaries of our own. And so, class of 2015, as we look to the future, to no longer being surrounded by the same familiar faces, as we graduate, I urge you to continue in the tradition of camaraderie and change established here. I urge you to be the first to flip the bucket, to be the individual that does more than speak, to be the individual that does. And so, as we leave here today, it is with great honor that I say the following on our behalf, that I speak of the legacy we leave, and that we will always hope to leave. I wanna say I lived each day until I died, and know that I meant something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. We will leave our mark so everyone will know we were here. We lived, we loved, we were here. We did, we've done everything that we wanted, and it was more than we thought it would be. We will leave our mark so everyone will know we were here. Visionaries of 2015, we were here.
It is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2015, Ankur Podar.
Good afternoon, Mr. Salento, Mrs. Wandress, Mr. Carrasio, Ms. Schaefer, Mr. Golden, Ms. Anderson, Ms. Zolo, faculty, parents, guests, and the graduating class of 2015. When Ms. DiLeonardo told me that I had to give this speech, with the caveat that it couldn't be about me, I was a little insulted, because I was sure that all you guys came all the way here to hear me speak about myself. But instead, I'm going to talk about this wonderful class. I was tasked with saying something knowledgeable and inspirational for all of you to take away from for the future. But in all honesty, I have no idea what the future holds. All I know is what we have worked for 13 long years to achieve, success. But how do you become successful? That's a question I unfortunately can't answer. There's no secret formula for success that I can simply tell all of you. Success is defined differently by each of you, whether it's to become the richest man on Wall Street, to become a world-renowned physician, or simply to get married and live a happy life. It is not measured by the number of accomplishments you have on a resume, but rather by how you feel about those accomplishments. It's useless and, more importantly, unfulfilling to pursue goals you have no interest in, accomplishments you will take no pride in. Success for the sake of others and not for yourself. After all, this is your life. You should do what fulfills you. In the words of Winston Churchill, success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. There is no doubt in my mind that all of us face challenges. What matters is how hard we work despite all of our obstacles, how quickly we get back up after a fall, how we don't let our shortcomings discourage us. So if you take anything away from this speech, don't give up. Don't stop when you lose your best friend or when you take a risk and you aren't rewarded, because eventually everything will fall into place. Before I end my speech, I'd like to thank a few people who have made my experience at JFK a memorable one. Thank you to Mr. Schreck, who jokingly threatened to keep me from graduating by adding fines to my account. To Mrs. Toronto and Mr. Baginski, who wrote me endless amounts of recommendation letters for college. To Mr. Olashinsky, who still hasn't lived to his end of an ice cream bet after 2 long years. And lastly, to Mr. McFadden, for teaching me the art of public speaking. And also to all of my other teachers who have done an excellent job educating me over my 4 years at JFK. Thank you to my parents in the bleachers. I know as a teenager I haven't been easy to deal with, but I know that without your support I wouldn't be standing here giving this speech today. And lastly, thank you to my friends in the class of 2015 who have made high school enjoyable. Wherever all of you go in life, remember the words of Barney Stinson. It's not legendary unless your friends are there to see it. Thank you, and again, congratulations to the 50th class graduating from JFK, the class of 2015.
Who's up? Someone's supposed to introduce you.
It is my pleasure to introduce the best principal of the best high school, Mr. Michael Salento.
Go down there. You're good?
Yep.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Schaefer, Board of Education members, Mr. Golden, Mrs. Anderson, Mrs. Zullo, honorable parents and guardians, valuable staff, and most important, the graduating class 2015. This time I'd like the faculty, Mrs. Wanderers, Mr. Carrasio, to please stand. Like all our staff members, to our seniors, what you see standing before you have taken you past the last 4 years. They're the reason why you are successful and we are. Let's have a nice round of applause. All right, you may be seated. See how well they listen? Class of 2015, you will always be defined as the graduating class for the 50th year of John F. Kennedy Memorial High School for excelling in the 3 A's, academics, athletics, and arts, and being recognized 4 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report as being the best high school in Woodbridge Township School District and one of the best in the state of New Jersey. And I said, rain, stop, and it stopped. This senior class had the highest number of students in AP classes. They had the highest number of students taking AP tests. Some of your classmates, 13, had a perfect score of 800 or better on their SAT, whether it was verbal or the math section of the verbal SAT or the math. Excellent job on the 800 perfect score. On the athletic field, we were champions, GMC division in boys volleyball and boys track. Congratulations. Senior members of the band and chorus, you took first place in competitions in Williamsburg, Virginia and Boston, Mass. To the class of 2015, I say you have done well on your journey so far, but that journey has just begun. For many of you, college beckons on the horizon. You have classmates that will attend schools like Carnegie Mellon, Rutgers University, Stevens Institute of Technology, NYU, Purdue University, Boston University, and the University of North Carolina. Some of you will enter the workforce in the many varied and exciting occupations available today in our fast-paced society. And some of you will be going into the military to serve our country. So today, as we gather this last time, I would like to take this opportunity to express my confidence in each of you and challenge you one last time. Remember, when we first met your freshman year, I gave you 3 rules to follow. I can only ask that you follow rule number 1. That is, treat people the way you want to be treated. Let me repeat that. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Next, remember 2 key words that you heard me say during the past 4 years: excellence and respect. Respect your fellow human beings and excel in everything you do. You have heard me say we are the best high school in Woodbridge Township School District, and you, the students, make us that way. Thank you. I'd like to leave you with this. Always be the best in whatever you choose to do in life. Dare to be great. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to. Excel in everything you do. Believe in yourself and that you are the best. May the future be yours. Continue to do your best. Continue to make us proud. The best of luck. And congratulations to the class of 2015. God bless you. God bless America.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Board of Education Director of Personnel Services, Ms. Joanne Schaefer.
Good afternoon, Mr. Golden, Ms. Anderson, Ms. Zullo, Mr. Salento, administrators, teachers, staff, parents, friends, and distinguished students. It is my honor and privilege to be at John F. Kennedy Memorial High School to honor you, the graduating class of 2015. 4 years ago, you walked through the doors of JFK for the first time as freshmen, with the next 4 years of your lives unknown. Your success based on your dedication to learning and respect to others. And today, 4 years later, you sit before your proud parents, dedicated teachers and administrators, supportive family and friends as graduates, ready to pursue your dreams. I believe there are no shortcuts to life's greatest achievements. This class of 2015 is a great achievement. Always remember, success is a journey, not a destination. From kindergarten through grammar school, middle school, and now high school. You have worked hard, overcome obstacles, learned from mistakes, and accomplished your goals. Your choices have led you here to this very moment. Even though you have just completed 13 years of education, this is just the beginning. Once you leave here today, you will be embarking on a new journey. The decisions that you make here today and every day will greatly impact your tomorrows. So my wish for you today is to be happy, to keep learning, to make good decisions, to respect others, to give back to your community, and to help others. And as William Shakespeare said in his play Hamlet, this above all, to thine own self be true. Mr. Golden, it is my honor to certify that the John F. Kennedy Memorial High School class of 2015 has completed the New Jersey Department of Education requirements and Woodward Township School District requirements for graduation. Congratulations, you have made us all proud, and best of luck to each and every one of you.
Please welcome Board of Education members we have here with us this afternoon. Mr. John Golden, Ms. Anderson, and Ms. Zullo. Speaking on behalf of the Board of Education today, Mr. John Golden.
Thank you very much. Mr. Salento, Ms. Schaefer, fellow board members, Ms. Zullo, Ms. Anderson, it is a privilege for me to welcome everyone here to John F. Kennedy Memorial High School for the graduation ceremonies of 2015. I would like to congratulate the students for your academic achievement, your community service, and your dedication to the John F. Kennedy Memorial family. You could always come home again. It's been proven in the past. I'd like to recognize the administration of John F. Kennedy Memorial High School, the staff, the support staff, and all the employees here at Kennedy for your dedication and your mentoring and leadership for the students of the graduating class of 2015. You were a model and a role for these students. I'd be remiss to miss out on congratulating and thanking Mayor McCormick, the Municipal Council, for all their help that they've given the school district in providing fields and improving the facilities here at John F. Kennedy Memorial High School and the rest of the school district. It proves once again that two government entities can work together, and I'd like to thank them for that. That being said, Mr. Salento, I'd like to turn this program back to you. Back to you.
It is my pleasure to introduce the President of the Class of 2015, Madhav Patel.
Good afternoon, Mr. Salento, Mrs. Wandris, Mr. Carrasio, Mrs. Schaefer, Mr. Golden, Ms. Anderson, Ms. Zullo, faculty, parents, guests, and the graduating class of 2015. When I was asked to speak at graduation, I was a bit nervous. What do I know about giving young people advice about the real world? Still, I promised that I would work on this speech with the same intensity and dedication that I've put into all my schoolwork for the past 4 years. And so, I drank 4 cups of coffee, watched an entire season of Orange is the New Black, took a 3-hour nap, and then at 2 a.m. last night, I opened up a Word document. As I look out across the sea of graduates facing me right now, I'm so impressed. Look at us all sitting here in our robes. Usually when people wear robes at 2 in the afternoon, it means they've given up. Rather, we should all be proud of the amount of raw talent and intelligence that you all possess. Next year, we have 3 people enrolled in accelerated medical programs, people going to NYU, Boston, Carnegie Mellon, Seton Hall, Rutgers, Middlesex, TCNJ. We also have people serving our country in the armed forces and people going into the trades. We can confidently say that the past 4 years of work, the endless nights of studying and then mornings of falling asleep while driving to school, they were all worth it. We can confidently step into the future with the knowledge that we are well supported while our parents pay off our 5-digit student loan debts. However, no matter how far you go in life, remember those who built your foundation for you. As much as we'd like to think otherwise, nothing we accomplish in this world is a product of our own doing. That type of egomania is usually reserved for drag queens and Kanye West. And so I'd like to take this moment to thank those who have pushed us this far in life. First, I'd like to thank all of our parents. 18 years is a long time to spend raising a child, but you all have done so, and none of us are in the top 10 most wanted list yet. So congratulations. To my parents, my aunt and my uncle, none of you will ever be taller than 5'4", but I will never stop looking up to you. In addition, I'd like to thank the extraordinary faculty that we are blessed with, because they are the backbone of our school. They have held such a large role in shaping this class into the people we are today. And regardless of the overwhelming responsibilities they have at home, they never hesitate to take hours out of their day to make sure that we are reaching our full potential. Thank you also for keeping SparkNotes and Wikipedia in business. I'm looking at you, English department. And what can I say about our principal, Mr. Salento? Nothing, because he's still holding my diploma. I'm just kidding. In all seriousness, Mr. Salento, you run the school with the efficiency of a tight ship, and we thank you for that. You can clap. To Mr. Cabrera, thank you for the priceless opportunities you've given me for the past 4 years. High school would have been so boring without music. And finally, to Ms. V, thank you for the 38 years you've spent teaching and changing lives. And here's to a happy retirement. And so, class of 2015, I leave you with a quote by my idol and our nation's leader, Nicki Minaj. She says, "Your victory is right around the corner. Never give up." We are walking into the future with a solid foundation upon which we can build the rest of our lives. This high school diploma opens the door to many possibilities. Use them. Never forget your roots and the people who have made it so easy for you to earn the opportunities to succeed. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2015 and also to the parents, teachers, faculty, and administration who made it so possible for us to be sitting here with such high prospects ahead of us. Thank you.
Hi. It is my honor to introduce the top 20 seniors of the class of 2015. In alphabetical order, as your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all 20 are announced. Rucha Bogrataharia. Krishna Dave. Rohan Desai. Studi Dixit. Hero Johnny. Brian Kelly. Nikki Ladd. Ryan Lowe. Madhav Patel. Neha Patel. Nish Patel. Paheli Patel. Savan Patel. Yesha Patel. Ankar Podar. Sayantika Sakar. Jonathan Schmallenberger. Dhaval Shah. Emily Shibata. And Andrew Wallen. Congrats, guys. Okay, you can sit. It is my honor to announce the top 10 seniors for community service. In alphabetical order, as your name is called, please remain standing until all 10 are announced. Maryam Ali. Carly Bonilla. Anu Syriac. Jeffrey Joyce. Stephen Marishak. Shruti Patel. Mansi Savaj. Georgette Stillman. Navya Yarmaneni. And the graduate that completed the most community service hours is Edward Caraselli. You guys can sit. All right, Andrew.
Receiving the first diploma for the class of 2015, Class President, Madhav Patel. Nikki Ladd. Ankar Podar. Jelaine Supply. Emily Patton.
Andrew Wallen. Okay.
Taylor Coleman. Binjay Desai. Ari King, Marissa Vergara, Ayana King, Dolly Maharaja, Anthony Falcone, Hiro Johnny, Edward Caraselli, Ivy Chan, Somesh Ramnani, Aisha Khan, Savan Patel, Montana Baral, Ryan Singh, Jessica Anderson. Peter Riofrio, Bibi Kulsum, Isaiah Asia, Marie Khalil, Dylan Williams, Jessica Torres, William Torrey, Mansi Savage, Carlos Reed, Navjot Grewal, Ariel Kuhl, Christine Wachuku, Landell Parker, Giselle Guevara, Jasleen Sharma, Lizette Vargas, Mohammed Javed, Amisha Patel, Tyler Hudson, Rizlin Benito, Rachel Olagan, Samantha Venturina, Tanvir Hussain, Sarah Churka, Christopher Regatta, Kanchita Patel, Sahil Aneja, Zamira Adams, Alexander Cruz, Courtney Haslett, Stephen P. Marishak, Melisha Tanis, Adam Jonovic, Cynthia Guevara, Vijesh Patel, Jocelyn Correa, Angel Morales. Aya Elsawai. Mukesh Parekh. Hitanshi Tekerwala. Nicholas Shirley. Teresa Florentine. Joeri Rodriguez. Brianna Hindi. Quayshawn Young. Jennifer Mora. Gerald Mott. Sheil Patel. Thomas Sharfes. Berlin Bill. Andrew Maza. Juliana Lippy. Ramir Crawford White. Sierra Torres. Freddie Saez. Samantha Martinez. Muhammad. Veronica Jozevich. Rupesh Thapa. Carly Bonilla. Julian Willis. Diane Noon. Christopher Lanier. Maram Ali. Shazad Khan. China Summers. Rajat Chaudhary. Yesha Patel. Jordan Wells. Krishna Dave. Robin Gill. Awura Dargo. Jesus Barrientos. Emily Schmidt. Kyle Hawley. Zalak Shingala. Indika Samarnaike. Leila Alayan. Manohar Chitoda. Shaista Iqbal. Devin Mascarelli. Marisol Sosa. Ishmael Nelson. Stephanie Irizarry. Robert Williams. Isabel Teves. Jeffrey Joyce. Monica Solanki. Sobhan Kumar. Jasmine Beltran. Zahir Shah. Krisha Tucker. Soria Vamiri. Rita Ahmed. Michael Hogan. Catherine Laprimo. Mustafa El-Gendi. Raquel Melinda Ford. Adam Vargas. Helen Vanessa Mendez. Joseph Ahmed. Roxy Mealy. Reynaldo Joel Soto III. Lisbeth Morales Ayala. Daniel J. Scott Blakely. Emily Shibata. Dexter Johnson. Nada Kuzam. Angel De Jesus. Samantha Sagard. Sarmad Chaudhary. Jamie Rios. Sharif Khan. Aracel Vargas. Ivan Marov. Nicole Oshiganitz. Brandon Knudsen. Ashley McGinn. Jerron Barrero. Deanna Davis. Peter Condi. Kimberly Baldeco. Patrick Farrell. Sophia Brianna Lopes. Pavel Shanishra. Jasmine Richardson. Vigneshwar Perumal. Tiana Isabel Singer. Tyler Chinsam. Nare Graham. John Medella. Patrice Nelson. Danny Hernandez. Chandani Patel. Isaiah Gay. Parminder Hari. Brendan Patterson. Angela Bozek. Samuel Stoltz. Khushbu Patel. Maxwell Tazeeb. Sandeep Kaur. Aiden Fengia. William Westervelt. Jeremy Torres. Devin Villalona. Justin Shears. Steph Ozigby. Akash Kotak. Demetrius Williams. Mayank Kosho. Shubham Srivastava. Joshua Balkase. Matthew Whalen. Andrew Marcus Allen. Edward Stuckavage.
Rose O'Grodnick. Jessica Fiore. Ronak Brombutt. Abira Naeem. Shin Hu. Studi Dixit. Joshua Kamak. Akila Sankaramanchi. Rohan Desai. Rucha Borgatario. Abhishek Vyas. Francesca DeSazio. Kieran Williams. Alexa Novachinsky. Jonathan Schmallenberger. Yasmili Valdez. Trevon Whittle. Saheli Patel. Carlo Jamie. Sayantika Sarkar. Chirag Patel. Isabel Soriaga. Eric Jimenez. Hetty Thakur. Tyler Boateng. Tatiana Margitello. Kevin Ospina. Vanelis Peralta. Matthew DeJesus. Ashley Llanos. Matthew Scalia. Naya Diaz. Alexander Tapia. Natri Patel. Steven Skandari. Anu Syriac. Krishna Suchand. Nicolette Lepore. Caesar Alache. Georgette Elaine Tam Stillman. Ray Jimenez. Kuri Misri. Justin Morgan. Asa Ahmad. Jonathan Cazola. Selena Estrada Page. Parth Patel. Paral Patel. Anthony Mercedes. Sandra Sosa. Michael Peter Perez. Shruti Patel. Julia A. Vasquez Perez. Maheen Khan. Lokesh Desai. Jessica Chonek. Akib Obeid. Amanda Marie Radna. Joseph Mastroserio. Rebecca Janeo. Rance Soper. Jolie Ayler. Brian Booker. Tara McWinsky. Brandon Farrow. Elizabeth Daniel. Pradeep Singh. Ariana Ventura. Anthony Caposo. Melissa Castro. Christopher Nieves. Nicoletta Cavuto. Ryan Lowe. Gabrielle Bucking. Bevel Shaw. Tiana Corsino. Lucas Jensen. Denise Melissa Arias Rodriguez. Visha Lamba. Julieta Nunez. Douglas Martinson. Stephanie Ann Vincitor. Jad Paul Singh. Neha Patel. Harj Shah. Habiba Chima. Michael Tellup. Fatima Manzoor. Terrence D. Young. Angela Alt. Jimmy Sohail. Rebecca Leon. Vincent Van Pelt. Cassidy Nicole Newton. Pri Patel. Jocelyn Castillo. Jason Hernandez. Yasmin Lawrence. Arvid Dahar. Anaïs Castillo. Rohit Varadarajan. Brianna Olaforo. Joseph Egri. Garmelis Reyes. Brian Raditya Adinawaka. Samantha Pastor. Usman Shakil Ahmed. Sukanya Kumar. Dinesh Gunasakera. Shruti Take. John Kiska. Prashanti Champaneri. Connor Aston. Veronica Marie Nieto. Ryan Kelly. Cassandra Peters. Joseph Francis. Sophia Taviv. Kyle Villanueva. Weaver. Nicholas Freeman. Samantha Heyer. Zachary Jellison. Siobhan Hardy. Joshua Pintier. Shane Aguilar. Jack Tittle. Janeda Lovett. Ivan Gomez. Janice Espinal. Joshua Flores. Emily De Almeida. Angelo Rodriguez. Jessica Matus. Aminder Singh. Andrea Sutton. Anmol Zankar. Charmin Doreen. Brandon Ramirez. Amanda Schindler. Nish Bashari. Nadine Pires. Niket Patel. Bijal Rana. Matthew Sylvester. Cassandra Ferreira. Christian Roman. Bryce Kinney. Arun Sandhu. Kathleen Stavar. Ravneet Bain. Amanda Huff. Jaspreet Gandhi. Mariella Martin. Aman Purba. Sri Mangala Salvanagana Kasi. Ian Yackel. Shannon P. Desch. Christopher Beglin. Danielle Desch. Neil Gandhi. Anthony DeLeon. Bradford Claiborne. Abraham Awad. Joseph Duffy. Raj Patel. El Rashidi. Manor Dilshad. Hader Rehman. Members of the class of 2015, please stand as the senior chorus members lead us in the alma mater.
Seniors, we made it!
Class of 2015, are you ready? Please turn your tassels.
Channel 35.
Oh my God!
Let's go!
Right there! Where did you see the iPad? Like, I love you all.
Oh, we did it! Turn up!
Here. Ivan, going.